Hi, I'm Chad. In the fall of 2020, I bought this boat, a Columbia 10.7 called Samantas, for $750. We motored her south to her new home at Chipman Point Marina on Lake Champlain. She is now undergoing a complete refit in preparation to begin sailing the world. Good morning, guys. Another day at the marina, and it is beautiful outside today. It's a little different than the east side of the state where I live. You get over here on the west side, and spring comes a couple of weeks earlier. I've even seen some green grass in a couple of places. It's very exciting. In the next few weeks, the marina is going to get busy. It's not just going to be me working over here. People will be over here every weekend prepping their boats. Today, I need to dismantle the head and take that area apart to get to that main upper chainplate bulkhead on the port side. If you saw last week's video, you'll see that I found some more wet spots behind the galley that I wasn't aware of. So I may get into taking the galley apart, and I might get into taking apart the rear quarter berth. If I get through all that, I think I've completed the major deconstruction on this boat. So I have a couple of different things to share with you, news related. I'm going to share one at the end of this video. There's one I'm still kind of mulling over. I haven't come to a decision yet as to what I am going to do, so I might save that one for next week. So stay tuned to see that at the end. Let me go get things set up here, ready to go. Get to work here. It's really nice out today. Don't know if you can hear the birds chirping. See the lake down there, across into New York. So last week, I got this all taken apart. Discovered some wet stuff in these boxes behind the galley against the port side, and to the aft, that's the refrigerator there, that box on top of the fridge. I did get this whole bit taken apart. Made another mess. And you can see what I've got here. This is today's project. As you can see, I cannot even get started until I get this mess cleaned up. I'm going to move as much of this stuff out of here as I can and try to stick everything in the V-berth. Then I will show you what's up next. We got it cleaned up, at least enough to get started. Look at the sun coming in that port light. Welcome to the head. This should keep me busy for quite a while today, I think. I'm going to see if I can find a good place to set my GoPro up. Film this a little bit. If we get it all done, I will jump over here into the galley. And then if I get that completed, then I'm going to jump over here into the quarter berth. And then down comes the headliner. There's just not much left to take apart. It's all gone. I know I got to get into that. I mentioned it last week. Remove those two panels, the electrical panels, AC and DC. Flip that down and have a look behind there. And there is a little bit of vinyl. You can see the radio there. Tissues in the back. There's a little bit of vinyl in there. It's coming out, but I think that's all dry in there, as far as I know. Okay. Let's get going on this head here. Just a little bit of documentation part way. The head has not been attached in this boat since I got it. I think it's probably new, very new, not brand new. Been replaced. This, which I found to be interesting, electrical switch. I think it must turn on the hot water heater. That's my guess. To the shower. On-off switch. I wanted to document how this valve goes together. We're not going to be reusing it, so that little line that I cut off there went to the cold in the bottom of the sink. It tees off down here, and it runs into the cold side of the valve on the shower. And the other one coming up through there that I cut off with the textured surface, that's a hot line, and that also comes over here to the hot side of the valve, and the shower head attaches into the top of it. You may have seen me pull this side apart. That's where the hamper goes. A pretty good sized laundry hamper. I'm not sure if I'm going to put that back in there. Kind of makes sense to have one. Or if I'm going to utilize that space in some other way and come up with a new solution. One of those interesting little details that might be good to have some input if you guys have some thoughts. This is a little disappointing. I had thought this bulkhead was okay from the other side, but you can see where this window has been leaking down here, and this whole area all the way around is pretty soft. Everything else solid as a rock. You can actually see the discoloration there. It might be another one of those ones where I cut out and patch in a new piece. I'm not sure that it's necessary to pull the whole bulkhead. It appears to be pretty solid, but we'll see as we get further in here. If we need to replace it, then we'll replace it. Let me show you what I got accomplished here. That's all pulled out of there, the trim and stuff that goes around the port lights. There's a little piece of sheet good that goes in there. There was a vinyl layer on the side of the bulkheads. This is the aft port side bulkhead, and this is the bow port side bulkhead inside the head. You can see there's a little bit of vinyl still hanging there. The floor pan for the shower looks to be in good shape. It's right there. The sink, I'll probably reuse it. Little brackets on the back are rusty. I'll clean them up and paint them. But stainless nowadays isn't very good. And this one seems pretty good. I think I'll reuse that. And I don't know, there's the head. It looks like it's probably nearly brand new. They may go back in for now. So I'm not sure I'm ready to break into doing the composting system just yet. Maybe I should, I don't know. And then inside I have the shower valve. There's the shower head, the T's for the hot and the cold, the one with the rag in it there, that's leaving the head going to the black water tank. That one right there, that red line, that's the drain from the sink. This was hanging inside that medicine chest. Shelf on top, shelf with dividers in the bottom. In the far right hand side, which would be the bow end, had power to it. It was not a GFI, but there's the lines for the power coming in. But putting it inside a box like that away from weather, good idea. I definitely will be adding a GFI to that, being inside a wet room like this. I found that the ports, the plywood on the top edge here, that is rotten. Plywood on the bottom edge is solid. So the water was somehow getting into the top. They're both the same. It's all coming out. And then the other thing I found out, I did mention earlier, this bulkhead is not any good. Right on the bottom, not so much on the back, the top, spot in the middle. So that was a surprise. This bulkhead in the middle is much more substantial than I thought it would be. That needs to be replaced. That's the bow chain plate, the foremost one. That's the main shroud chain plate, and that's the rear. So there we are. It's head week, no pun intended. With the new bulkheads, I think I'm going to glass the entire bathroom with a single layer of fiberglass. That should prevent this from ever being a problem again. A real wet room. The vinyl they put on the walls here maybe kind of worked, and then it broke down. But then people also drilled holes in the walls to hang things. That's not going to work. If you got to drill a hole in the wall to hang something, then you need to epoxy the hole going through into the sheet, create a vapor barrier. So that's what should have happened. The only question I have is how to create a seal between the floor here and the bulkheads. If I'm going to do that, I need to lap on top of this floor. I'd want it to be removable just in case I ever needed to. Maybe sand and glass over the corner, and then you'd have to cut through it to pull the pan if you ever needed to later. That might be acceptable. But I just need to be sure that this kind of a situation can't happen again. And, I'm probably not going to get into the galley today. I'm not sure what time it is, but I need to clean my mess up. So I'm probably going to spend the rest of the day cleaning this up. I might store some stuff back in the head for now, like the base for the shower, the sink, the hamper, because I'm going to need to get into the galley next week. But that's that. I got to pick this all up, put it in the trash bags, and get ready to do it all again. I had not yet purchased a dinghy. I purchased Samantas last fall, and I knew I needed a dinghy. I saw one last fall also. I was going to go get it. The guy decided he didn't want to sell it. Fiberglass dinghy. So I've kind of been looking around for a while. Facebook Marketplace, there's been a few secondhand inflatables on there lately, you know, $700-800 range. And then I spotted one for $300 over in Albany, New York, about a 2.5 hour drive from where I'm at. And so I went over there and grabbed it. So here it is. So I took a look at these online, did what research I could. It appears like they're not available anymore. Well, they are under a different name, but sold through the same outfit in San Diego. JP Marine. This is a tender series. It was a $1,000 boat, something like that at the time, and identical boat, I think. Then the new ones, they're a little bit more than that, maybe $1,200. In some places, I'd seen them as high as $2,200. Those might not be the exact same boat. So I think I got a pretty good deal for $300. I really don't believe that it's been used that much. It's dirty, you can see. It needs a good cleaning. It did come with this bag over here. It holds the seats, the anchor, chain, and some other miscellaneous stuff. The floor pan, I got the one in the back. Holds the fuel can or the batteries if you do electric. This will take a 10 horse. So I have a 9.9 Johnson. That'll be perfect. But it's missing an aluminum floor pan that goes in the midsection here. And then in the bow, it's like a plywood floor pan. But you can see the filler valve there. That's an inflatable keel. I think I'm going to build that piece out of probably MDO or something like that for the bow. And then my thought is I may cut these seats up and use those, because that fills this missing section about 2 inches shy of where it probably was. If I use these there, I can show you the plastic tabs on the back. I could easily build more seats. I need the hard bottom for the keel, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to throw bicycles, scuba gear, all kinds of stuff in here. And that being said, I'm not sure I need seats at all. I see a lot of people just sit on the side when they head out. I might just build one seat in case you do need to use the oars. I'm curious what you guys think of that. Everything else is really good shape, no leaks. I'm pretty happy with it. Just a good cleaning. And it seems to all be here with that one exception. So $300 versus $700 for another used one around here. I'm pretty happy with it. Let me know what you think. Any of you guys familiar with these JP Marine Tender Series boats? My thinking is that it is fairly old. I don't think they've made these with this branding on it for a while, maybe 5 years or something like that, just from the forums I see online. If I get a couple of years out of it, I'll be happy. Not a leak. The seams all seem to be well adhered. And the big selling point for me was finding something that would allow me to put that 10 horse power plant on the back. So here's the tag in the boat. The information on it. 985, so just under 1,000 pounds with 3 people, 2 people in a motor, at 9 feet or 2.7 meters, and a maximum of 10 horsepower. Pretty impressed. Let me know what you think. You guys have a good week, and thanks for watching. I want to thank those that have subscribed to my channel, or like, share, and comment on my videos. If you're new to my channel, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It helps me to gain traction here on YouTube.